numbers, big numbers, 100-minute bag.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180!
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second rounder from Penn State. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. These two teams, the Eagles and the Pats, did not meet in the regular season last year, so their last official bout was in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Everybody remembers that one with the Eagles staking claim to their first ever title. And the Philly special went down in football history with Nick Foles catching the pass from Trey Burton in the end zone. What a game that was.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, exit. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Bring it. 52's the mic.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 280! 52's the mark. Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz, screen pass to Sproles. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Watch the back. Go. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to break. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. 52. Drop deep. Spot.
Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
that was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or division. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, his fifth touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Go. 180! Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant! Hey, kill! My 52! Hey, wahoo! Check tight. New Mike 52, right 52. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Set up, 30 base. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, man. Check nickel. Pilot, 64, weak. Snap.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. This is White on the screen. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Osweiler. Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Osweiler. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mohamed Sanu. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Got Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Delta. 52's the mic, boy, 52. Hey, come on, now, come on, now. 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
To throw is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Not here. Buzz. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. It's been a long day for you. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Eagles.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Patriots 14. Eagles 7.
On 1st down, Clement trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That's all you got.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. That result, really no surprise. It's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Tighten up. Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 2nd down, Michelle. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 96 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. To throw again on second down. Osweiler. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Down. 10 Lobo. Protein spill. Check. Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Osweiler. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Edelman was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll run with Sanders, and he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
You got it.
On second down now, Michelle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. He's got Sanu. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Ready.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
On the ball. Hit it.
This is Michelle on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check. Watch 54. It's just me and you. Ready.
Now on second and 13. Osweiler nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Wood. Shoot.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. And able to find Dorsett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Osweiler. That one caught by Ellison. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-up.
Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Osweiler, and this one brought in by Sanu. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
64, Topper! Now!
Watch the slant! Motion!
Hey, Charlie!
Now it's Osweiler. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Going on the ground, it's White. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, Osweiler. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They begin with Michel on the ground, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
You draw Corker. Ready?
From the 27, Osweiler. Dorsett making the catch. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Osweiler on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him? without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Another run here with Sanders, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run on 1st down. Clement, he'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
82, 82.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Orbit.
52, black 52. 52's the mic. Go.
Here. Go. Black 52. We own them. We own them. Hey, Ford Tokyo.
152. Go. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
He's not going to get me.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. What's that? Man out.
Wentz now to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Patriots.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
you. Hey, foxtrot.
Mike 5-4.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Osweiler. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Smooth. 52, right 52. Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Back to throw. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Right there, 54. Right there. 54.
Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
That's track. At 25.
Hey, Alpha.
25 the mic. Target. At 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. I got one. At 25 the mic. We got 25.
Great 57.
You better bring it.
Hey, 25 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
That's good for Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Wentz now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10.
Man up, Keith. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable second and 1.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 51. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Solid.
Eagles, first down.
Hey, exit.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mike 51. Here we go.
Go, Mike 51. Mike.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
64. Wait. Go. Get it.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead,